Hey Megan, welcome to your Taurus reading. First off, let me say I miss you so much. I hope you are doing well, and I hope this reading gives you some guidance for the rest of May. And yeah, I'm really excited to do this, and I've been trying to get back into more tarot readings and stuff like that for the YouTube channel. And we are not, well, I say we, but it's always been a collective with us four. But I am now up to 12 clients, including yourself. It's really exciting. A little overwhelming too, but getting into the groove of things and trying to figure it out. Yeah, it's been a lot going on, but it's been really good. Hopefully we can connect soon and just maybe at least chat. Just be nice to hear your voice and see how you're doing. So much to update you on. But I hope everything's good. I know you're in the thick of things with with everything that's going on right now. It's I can only imagine what's going on. So astrologically though, what do we got going on? Well, Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. Jupiter's going retrograde in Capricorn. What else? Saturn's going retrograde in Aquarius. Venus is going retrograde in Gemini. So there's just a lot of retrograde action going on. The one that we're going to feel probably the most right now is Pluto, and Pluto is going to cause things to purge. Well, so if you didn't do any purging in Aries season and didn't really get rid of things, Three of Swords, first card out, it's going to really reinforce that purging now. Bottom of the deck, very interesting thing here. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus, and then we have Strength, which is Leo. These two combined is really interesting. So if you're dealing with an authority figure that's has some power over you and has been making you feel maybe a little it's time to let them go. And if you're worried about bottom deck continued, if you're worried about about taking a risk about this and leaving the situation behind, let me tell you, it is for the best. It's definitely for the best. Bottom of the deck again, Queen of Swords, bam. Try to get the full name. Oh my god, it just does not want to stay. Bam, there you are. So let's break this down a little bit more. If this isn't an authority figure, this is something to do with family, and if someone in your family is a Leo and you were feeling a little hurt or betrayed by them, that's popping up, or vice versa. If it's a Taurus, this is indicative of strength if it's not a Leo. If that's none of that, then this is indicative of a break in traditions happening. Or old habits that need to go, and now you're getting a chance to get some courage and really push forward out of your comfort zone. And like I was saying, if you're tossing back and forth between things, just take the risk. It's time for new beginnings, and the longer you try to resist the risks and resist the change, it's just going to be more unpleasant for you. A lot of us have been resisting the change, and it's popping, in Aries season we were resisting it, and it's popping up again and again. I've been getting it really, it's been hitting me really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hitting Jess hard, it's hitting Daniel, it's hitting everybody I know, really. And it's the lessons are popping up. Same with Noah. And if you're not paying attention to them and doing the background work right now, it's going to hit harder as the retrograde continues. Especially as Saturn goes retrograde. Saturn's all about that restructure. Also, this has to deal with Uranus and Taurus right now. Uranus will give you unexpected changes. So there's a lot of cosmic energy right now going on that's requiring risks, new beginnings, purging, leaving stuff behind, and it's scary. It's really scary, especially in a time like this. However, now is the time to do it, because we have the time, in the sense of I'm so sorry. My plug is just like being weird for my lamp. You know, in the sense that we have the time to do it because of everything being closed and shut down, you know. So we, you know, even if you are working, which obviously you are, you know, there's really nowhere to go after you get home, you know what I mean? So you're kind of stuck home resting. And that's really about it. So what does this all mean? Well, okay. You know, I didn't pull Queen of Swords, and it's at the bottom of the deck again. After what the next was after the next card. So the one that came out, Knight of Cups. Okay, we like this. This is good. So once we take the risk, there is a new love offer coming in, or maybe this is an advancement on love for not just yourself, but also for maybe your relationship with Ben. Hopefully he's doing well, by the way. But I really think it's you, or if you're dealing with a Scorpio at any chance, they're really coming in strong. But if you're not dealing with a Scorpio, this is definitely you, and that lets in your rebirth. So the rebirth has been popping up a lot as well, and that has to do with Saturn restructuring everything. So Pluto's purging, Saturn's restructuring everything, which has to kind of do with some purging as well. Venus is, you know, microscoping love life, or love life and abundance, and like where is it lacking. So not necessarily just romance, you know, so it doesn't have to be necessarily just Ben, but like the people that you love and how you love, where is that getting put out. And oh, look at this. Let me put those down. Bottom of the deck continued. So yeah, definitely a rebirth. Then we have Seven of Pentacles, Justice, the Chariot, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, we're going to take all of that. There it is. Bam. Once this rebirth happens, you can start planting seeds to become a better you and really focus on where does Megan want to go. What does that life path look like? And then there is Queen of Wands. Someone that really knows what they want. They're really headstrong, and then eyes on the prize. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be money. That could be creativity. It could be a lot of things. So, you know, it could be abundance, you know, however you view abundance. It could be creativity, love. It could be a lot of stuff. This is looking really good. Let's just draw out a couple more cards just to wrap up the reading. This is really nice. You know, this fell up really well. Just get the work done early, though. The purging, just get it out of the way early. Two of Cups came out. So this could be dealing with these two. A partnership, new beginnings, possibly new abundance with someone that you really care about or that you want to grow. If this is you and Ben, possibly this is telling you, telling you that you guys are taking things to the next level. But there is a small warning at the bottom of the deck. Take things slow for now, because they're while the love is really strong, things are going to be a little foggy for the next month or so, until about mid-June, like second week of June. Things are going to be a little cloudy. Seven of Cups. So, confusion, and then the Lovers, which is Gemini, also literally love. Ace of Cups, big love opportunity in the Knight of Pentacles. Very Taurus energy. Take things slow, calculate, what's happening. Overall, though, things look really good here. So let's take a look at the cards, and then we'll go over it again, and then we'll shuffle out for the extended. So let's take a look at that. This was a really quick initial reading, which a lot of the readings that I've done for this month have been like 40 minutes plus. This is the quickest that the information has come out. So thank you for being receptive to what I have to say. So let's take a look at the cards. Okay. Don't mind my messy bed. All right, so here we are. I'm just going to move. I don't know if I can. you know what? I'm just going to hold off on these guys. I'm just going to put them off to the side, but we'll look at those in a second. So like I was saying, right up here, let me do this every time. Let me just do that. Bam, there we go. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles just wants to, it's like, you don't need to see me. Yes, we do. All right. But then Queen of Wands is like, your cup framing. If we do that, right? Yeah, because we can still see death. Okay, cool. So there's some purging that still needs to happen, right? Like we were saying, either old traditions or old ways of thinking just not going to work anymore. They need to, it's time to let them go. And you get an extra dose of courage this season, or a Leo in your life is giving you that push. But that push has to do with you being like, well, do I take the risk or not? Right? Take the risk. We know this at this point. Take the risk, and then your rebirth can begin. The sooner the rebirth can begin with retrogrades, the better. Let me tell you, it's going to be fantastic. So this looks amazing, and then you can start planting seeds, like I was saying, about where do you want to go, for the next 6 months. Where do you want to go? By the time your birthday comes around, where do you want to be? Right? So give that some thought. And then, like I was saying, over here, where does your relationship take the next level? But like I was saying, just be careful because, right, there might be some confusion about some things. Just be careful about what you say, in terms of relationships with people and abundance. Really take things slow. Do not start anything new. Now is not the time. Just focus on what you already have. All right, so let's go ahead and shuffle out some cards here. So we'll start with Three of Swords, and then we'll go line by line. All right, so Three of Swords. Oh, see, I wanted to know what it was, but you know what? And I'm like, I bet you Megan already knows what it is, and you do. Four of Cups. You already know what needs to happen. You already know what needs to be purged, but you're just choosing to ignore it. Don't ignore it. No more ignoring. Because the longer you ignore it, it's going to get worse. Those Three Swords will quickly become 10, and they'll be forced to purge it. Don't let it get this far. All right, let's look at the Hierophant. What's going on here? Hierophant. What's going on? So, like we're saying, traditions, it's also Taurus, right? Ooh, cards are trying to talk here. So what's happening? Queen of Cups. If you're dealing with a Cancer, they're coming in pretty strong here. If you're not dealing with the Cancer, this is saying to trust your intuition. So whatever needs to get cut, when it comes to this whole back and forth thing, we're saying, take the risk, trust your gut, and take the risk. All right, Strength. So, like we were saying, if you're dealing with the Leo, what do they want to know? Or what are they trying to tell us? If you're not dealing with the Leo, like I said, this is the universe giving that extra little push to make the decision. Also, there's the same, right? the infinity symbol. Boom, and then obviously boom. It's me. Just tap on the shuffle, and then I was at the bottom. So, yeah, it seems like, this Leo or the Leo energy or whatever, this, it's giving you the extra push to get you to that Fool, to make that thing. But also so the Fool is the first card, and I don't think you can really see this with it being flat, but it has the 0 at the top there because it's the first card. That also means it has infinite potential. So again, that infinity symbol. So instead of juggling between the options, we already know what's coming. Yeah. Oh, interesting. The Empress, Knight of Swords, 7 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Interesting. Venus and Taurus are really going to push you to overcome this, right? Which again is just a reiteration, as we saw, of 3 of Swords. So, like I said, it's just really the Venus retrograde in particular is going to give you. This seems like this is a love abundance kind of thing, perhaps maybe even with your mom, and it's going to really look at that, and things are going to get purged. Knight of Swords is also being ambitious, but also can be a little aggressive sometimes, but aggressive in an immature way. So if this is whoever you need to tell this information to, just make sure that you watch your words, because you don't want them to end up coming to bite you in the ass to where you're feeling like this. So just really watch what is being said, especially during the retrogrades. Especially during Saturn retrograde, because Saturn retrograde is a double dose of karma. So just really watch out for that. So 2 of Pentacles, I feel like we know. Well, you know what? Somebody told me. I was like, I think we know what it is. Like what? But something just told me. Something tells me that you wanted to know more about that 2 of Pentacles. So let's just shuffle out. Let's see what we got. Why are you tossing back and forth between options? Sure, change is scary, right? I mean, the Fool's about to walk off the cliff. People would think he's psychotic. To me, that makes sense. Very common card that's been popping out a lot for Taurus season. 9 of Pentacles. Sweetie. Sweaty. If you're tossing back and forth between whether you're worth it or not, girl, let me tell you, you are so worth it. But I'll also tell you, we're all going through this right now. I'm having worth issues. Cody's having worth issues. Noah's having worth issues. Jess is having worth issues, and so is Daniel. But we're all working through it. But girl, you are so worth it. Don't ever doubt your worth. Right? I'm glad we did that. And if there's someone that you've been giving, 6 of Pentacles, it's one too many crumbs to, and they're not giving you that same kind of return, they gotta go. You're not an option. Don't make yourself one. Alright, the Fool. First card out. Here we go. The Star. So, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, hi, how are you? They're coming up super strong right now in terms of this decision. But if this isn't an Aquarius, this is the risk, saying that you are taking a risk, but yeah, your dreams and everything that you've wanted will start to come to fruition. And that is very indicative of down here as well. as we saw. So this is good. This is a good risk. We like good risk. Now, of course, with that means that there might be some conflict and people are going to try and sabotage you. This could be you. This could be your inner saboteur as well. Don't fall for it. Lead with love and push forward. And you get on that throne and you use that sword. If you got to be a little harsh with people, and a little blunt, you go for it. Because, girl, let me tell you, here's what's coming. It's a whole new you. And a whole bunch of opportunities are coming. And Saturn is going to bring them to you. However, it's not going to give them to you if you're not ready to receive them. But I think you are. I really do think you are. It's like a Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords. Oh. Why do you have to be a little harsh? Because people are being sneaky. If they're being sneaky at work, girl, you better tell them all about themselves or tell somebody that can tell them all about themselves. Especially in this situation right now. Oh, no. No. We don't have time for that. There's enough bullshit going on. No, get rid of that. It's like a Scorpio / Rebirth. Scorpio full moon coming up. And it's going to be intense. There's going to be a lot of things that need to be said to people. Bottom of the deck. Boom, there it is. Yeah, you have a lot to say. Especially to people in authority. Because you are sick and tired of feeling like people are talking behind your back. Here's my advice. I don't blame you. If you're feeling like a third wheel too at work, or, with someone in authority, and again, feeling like an option, the advice here, High Priestess coming in right after all this BS, right now, just pull back. But John, you just said to say something. Yes, I did. However, you can say something, but be tactful of how you say it. Would be my advice here. If you say things the wrong way, they might get spun a little bit, and then you have to backtrack and try and fix things. Whereas here, you could say something. If you are going to say something, say it before the full moon. I don't know exactly when the full moon is. I want to say it's May 12th. I'm going to look it up right now for you. Because let's see. May 2020. Full. LOL. May 7th. Okay, so literally 6 days from now. So if you're going to say something, like I said, say it within 6 days. If you're not going to say it, then my advice here is to just let things happen. Just observe. High Priestess being like, oh, you want to talk shit? Okay, cool. Don't think I'm not going to find out, because I see everything. Once the full moon is over, just pull back, and then the full moon will cause you to purge. Whether that means leaving a job or not, I don't know. But here's Jupiter. Jupiter being in retrograde soon, right? And here it is coming in. And then bada bing, bada boom, look what comes in even then. right? Well, we were talking about planting seeds. I'm gonna move this over here because Seven of Pentacles lines up really nicely. A new opportunity comes in, possibly for Ben, or if it's, or Ben is offering something to you, a new opportunity that's, I really think, is work related. If not, this is another Sagittarius coming in and giving you something about work, or if this isn't even about that, it's about a new opportunity that gives you a lot of balance, which, hello, here we are, but this is also balance. So I think this is really good. And then bottom of the deck, we're going to keep going. Six of Swords, King of Swords, leaving behind a really aggressive environment or an aggressive person, someone that was really harsh and, and didn't, could only really see one side of things and only be logical, if that makes sense. Like, no emotion behind it. Now, in a sense of like, there is a spot for emotion, but there's also a spot for, logic. I think there's a spot for both. However, when you're only using one and not the other one, then things can get a little sticky. Either way, there's a leaving behind of something here, and I really do think it's about work. And then, because, right, last I spoke to you, I know you weren't too happy with the way things were going down, so, we'll see how that happens and what's working out here. All right, let's look at you. You in the Chariot. Where are you going? What's going on with that? The cards don't want to talk now. If you're nervous, just take a deep breath. It's all gonna work out. These cards really don't want to talk. Either that or whoever this air sign is does not want you to go. Why am I popping out? Interesting. Seemingly, the retrograde will push you to, with all the signs in Capricorn, it's going to push you to do more. And it's really going to forge this new path for you in wherever you're going. And on this path, you are able to be creative, feel heard, and also possibly even get a decent raise. And there's lots of stability here. Lots of stability. Good. This ties in nicely with Queen of Wands, Two of Cups, and Ace of Pentacles. So what's going on here? Now remember what I was saying. If this is about you and Ben, just be careful. Don't sign the dotted line yet. Take some time to think it over. If this is about, if this little piece over here was about work, I think this is a continuation of that work since Ace of Pentacles is here. But like I said, just take some time, think it over, talk it over, with people that you can trust and really think about things, because here's the thing. Yes, that offer may sound amazing, but in reality, it may not be as big as you thought. Now, am I saying that it's going to be a bad job? No. There might just be some other perks to it, or other things that, little hiccups that you might need to get over to get to the bigger coin. But this could also be, if this isn't just kind of a warning, just be careful. This is someone like, by, in other words, by warning, what I mean someone trying to offer you more than they can chew. That's what I mean by that. Or that has like, they're offering you a lot, but what's the consequences coming with it? If it's not that, then this is definitely someone that's coming in offering you that Ace of Pentacles. So that, it could be the reverse. So in other words, they're offering you, right, that new raise, and you think it's like, it's great, it sounds wonderful, and it may look small, but in the reality, it's actually, it's a big offer. So either way, but like I said, either way though, because here's the last 4 cards, right? Either way, we have 7 of Cups, the Lovers, Ace of Cups, and then there's that Pentacle again, right? Knight of Pentacles. Sure, you can take the offer, but don't sign on the dotted line yet, right? Take things slow. As Venus moves out, because like I said, that has to do with abundance as well as love, and it's in Gemini. As that starts to move out, that's when things will clear up, and this confusion will leave. So what are we looking at? Why is things confusing? Interesting. It feels like deja vu. So the Sun and 6 of Cups. The Sun is always a positive card no matter what, but 6 of Cups has to do with nostalgia. So, and then with 7 of Cups thrown into the mix, the way I'm reading this is, if there's, if the decision sounds good, but it sounds like it's almost too good to be true, or you've gone through something similar in the past, that's kind of giving you some confusion, like, damn, I really need to weigh out my options here. And I agree. Like I said, weigh out the options. The end of the day, though, the offer does look amazing. However, we don't want to make rash decisions. So, what do we got? Lovers, Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. So, obviously, we're going to take things slow before we make a final offer or final decision. What's the outcome? What's the outcome? Three of Wands. Travel. Leaving. Starting a new. Yeah. What else we got? Taking some rest. This could be possibly a vacation offer. I don't blame you. Or you're taking some time off before you accept the offer. If you do that, I do not blame you. See if you actually can do that. Because, girl, you've been working way too hard. Way too hard. Alright. There is the Taurus reading. There are some cards left. So what I've been doing is we're just reading bottom of the deck straight through and looking into Gemini season a little bit and seeing what we got. We kind of got like a little sneak peek here, but let's look a little bit more. If you take this rest, if you take the offer, you take the rest, definitely think about what do you want, right? Really focus on you. What do you want? All right. And there might be some things that possibly Ben wants to tell you. Good things. But there might also be some other things that need to be said that make you a little anxious. Things that either maybe he needs to tell you, or you need to tell him, or none of the above. This could just be a totally different thing that needs to be said. Just be careful. Like I said, the retrogrades, they're not playing around. But in the end, you get what you want, which is really good. And just make sure to communicate, especially if you're feeling a little down. Communicate that to whoever needs to hear it, whoever you trust. Let them know that you need help. No more being independent entirely. It's something I'm currently going through really bad right now. and trying to not be as independent and being a little more dependent on people, because this is exactly how I've been feeling for a lot of the time right now. But once we're past this little moment, this just looks like another purge, honestly. Such great things come in, right? Possible marriage, wedding, possibly in June. Not sure. But there seems to be a little bit of insecurity here when it comes to emotions and creativity. Even though you have lots of tools to move forward and really use that sword and put it to such great work that leads to big bounty, big success. And if you're feeling stuck about yourself, don't worry about it. You're going to bounce back in like no time. But, you know, these retrogrades are going to try and play, and they're going to try and just shake things up some more, and it's going to make you feel stuck again. But don't fret, it'll all pass quickly. Just remember the background work that you did here to get you through this, and know that this restructuring is for the best. Even though you feel stuck, there's a reason why you're feeling stuck. You're feeling stuck because it doesn't feel normal per se, and it doesn't feel right, and that's a good thing, because the changes are coming, and they're coming whether we want them or not, and they're coming really quick, right? And they're good changes. It's all good. All right, there is the Gemini preview. I love you. We'll connect soon. And yeah, stay safe. Love you. Miss you. Bye.